Hello and welcome to my second episode. I married a Russian lady and you should too. Once upon a time in a town called Hollywood, there was a high value lady, and she was an actress, a good actress, still is. In addition, she is also a very talented, high-valued movie producer. Still is. Makes wonderful movies. But wait, it gets better. Because she's high-valued and talented, she makes a lot of money, and so money's no problem. It gets better. She has, as a husband, one of the most high-value men in the United States. Talented, he makes lots of money. It gets better. They have, I believe, 5 children, 2 or 3 of their own and 2 that are adopted. You have to appreciate someone who's generous in that way. And for whatever reason, she kicked her husband to the curb. Her name is Angelina Jolie. Her husband's name is Brad Pitt. And I'm going to make a declaration. If you're a Hollywood actress or a USA woman, you don't kick a high-value man to the curb. Did he have some problems? Maybe, probably. But he's smart, and he has smart people around him. He's going to figure that out. And so I know what you're going to say. Now hold on there, Johnny. This is Hollywood. It's different. Yes, this is Hollywood. It's different. And their houses are bigger, their bank accounts are bigger, their wealth and status is beyond the charts. But no matter how many fancy smartphones you make, no matter how advanced we get in technology, no matter how enlightened and whatever woo-woo magic philosophy we come up with, you cannot override biology. And so the point I'm trying to make is we live in the Western civilization where it is okay for women to kick their husbands to the curb. And it happens every day outside of Hollywood and in what I call our regular world, in the real world here in Main Street, USA. It's nothing. It's nothing for a woman to just decide, you know what? I'm not happy. I'm going to nuke the family. The kids will struggle to see their father. And so this is the prevailing culture of the USA. Kick high-value men to the curb. And so I have an alternative to insert yourself into a better, more positive environment. And you already know what the answer is. The title of this episode, I Married a Russian Lady, and you should too. Go to Russia, go to former Soviet Union countries and seek ladies for possible marriage. In other words, circumvent the feminine primary social order. Once again, I've made a reference to MGTOW before, men going their own way. That's an alternative, check out. Or simply circumvent the system here in the USA and Western civilization, Canada, and insert yourself into an environment that's more positive for you. If I may quote the author, Rollo Tomasi, make yourself your own mental point of origin. That doesn't mean be selfish. That means think of yourself first and always in all situations, whether it's marriage, whether it's on the job, your role in the church. Because if you're not careful, you're extending yourself and you're working for everybody else. You need to work for yourself first. They tell you on the airplane when there's trouble, the oxygen mask comes down. Put the mask on yourself first, then put the mask on your child. You can't help your child if you're passed out. And so I advise and I I reassert, make yourself your own mental port of origin. And so I'm going to review some of the positive attributes that Russian or former Soviet Union Slavic ladies have. They are now when I review this, I'm comparing them to Western civilization women, and so Russian women, Slavic women are feminine. For the most part, they're humble, they are cultured, they're educated, and this next attribute will work in your favor. They have a scarcity mentality. We reviewed in the last episode World War II. Germany attacked Russia, and Germany killed millions and millions and millions of citizens, most of them men, and as a result, even now through the generations, the Russian ladies have a scarcity mentality, and this makes them humble, and this will work in your favor, as opposed to Western civilization women, where you have a kind of a 1-to-1 ratio, and Western civilization women have a abundance mentality. And so what makes a Russian woman interesting? She has different elements in her heritage that constitutes her mental origin. They have hundreds and hundreds of years of Slavic history, Slavic tradition. You have the effects, the implications of what I call Imperial Russia, the period where the Russians entered European nobility with the czars and the kingdoms and the courts and noble behavior. This has quite an impact on the Russian culture today. Of course, you have 80 years of communism, Soviet Union, and then you have modern Russia Federation. So the Russian lady is a very unique lady that has much heritage that makes up her constitution. And so one of the things that I'll be working to do through my series is to try to change the narrative. When we think of former Soviet Union ladies, Slavic ladies, Russian ladies, Ukrainian ladies, we think of the old mail order bride cliche, and so I want to do my part to change that, because it's no longer the mail order bride. Things in Russia are okay. It's not the old Soviet bloc communist dark days, dark everything. Standing in line for toilet paper, standing in line for food, running out of food. It's not that. Russia has everything we have, and plenty of it. And so it's not like, oh, I've got we ladies have to get out of Russia. Russia's okay. They just don't have enough men. They don't have enough decent men. And so this is where the whole environment, the whole industry of ladies looking not necessarily to leave Russia, but they're simply looking for a husband, a decent man. And so this is where this environment comes from. It's no longer the old mail order bride. Let me get on the first train out of here. They Russian ladies they'll go to Europe, USA, Canada. I've known of several that went to the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Australia. I know of a lady now that's going to Korea, and so it's not the old mail order bride. I'm tired of there's no food here. Get me out. It's no longer that. The whole USA Russia dynamic is the ladies are looking for nice men to marry. And so I definitely want this series I want to do my part to help change that narrative. I also want to take a moment and I want to match the myth and expectations from reality. Once again, a lot of people they see all the propaganda on the internet, and you have a lot of guys that they're thinking, I just want to go to Ukraine or Russia and find me a little 25-year-old blonde hair, blue-eyed, playboy looking model, and all she wants to do is clean my house all day. And so what I want to do is I want to do my part to separate the expectations and the myths from reality. A lot of guys that see the ads on the internet, they think they're going to find a 25-year-old Russian girl, blonde hair, blue-eyed, looks like a Playboy model, and all she wants to do is come over here and clean your house all day, have sex all night, make a bunch of babies, and cook all the time, and sit at the kitchen table and just blush and gush and goo and ah over everything you say. It's not quite like that. The reality is, Russian ladies, they have some gumption. They have some get up and go. When they come over, they're going to want to live life with you. They want to do things. Maybe they want to work. Maybe they want to learn how to drive, and I do encourage this, unless you want to be a taxi service the rest of your life. Learn how to drive. They maybe open their own business, maybe help you open your own business. Here, I live in Pensacola. Here, I know several USA men, Russian ladies, where the ladies have helped the husband, and they've started a business and done very well. The Russian wife will join you on your journey and help you on whatever endeavors. Of course, it may be an endeavor that she is passionate about. And so I want to separate. They're not just going to come and sit around and gush and blush over everything you say in the morning, over morning coffee before you go. They're more independent. They have their own unique personality. They're gonna want to go visit their friends on occasion. They want to live life, go to social functions, go to church, festivals, and so it's not. And so once again, I'm trying to separate the myth and the expectations and weld them into reality. And so, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining this broadcast, and I wish you good journey in your venture to seek a Slavic lady for a good wife. And we will continue this series. I invite any questions and topics, and yes, I will in the future series. I will go more into the technical aspects. I will share my experience of going onto a website, how I approached it, and the actual technical aspects on it. And so I invite your questions, I invite your comments, and thank you for joining and watching, and good day for you.